Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 6:20 p.m. and I will call this governance meeting of the Burnsville City Council to order. The city clerk will note that for the record that all council members are present. This meeting is being conducted both in person and online. Members of the public may attend in person if they like, or the public can also watch this meeting online at burnsvillemn.gov/meetings or Comcast Channel 16 or 859. The public can also participate through Zoom by joining us at zoom.us/join. And more information is available on our meeting webpage and in the council agenda packet. We have one item this evening for participatory budget, and this is the public input. Presenting this evening for a summary is our Strategic Initiative Director, Bethany Brewer. Ms. Brewer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We're excited to be here again for our third governance meeting on participatory budgeting. If you recall, our first meeting we had staff prepared and presented our white paper on May 16th, and then wonderful, that was a fantastic meeting. And then we listened to some expert testimony last, actually 2 months ago now, June 20th. So got to hear some information from those that are out in the field and doing things with participatory budgeting. As you recall, we're defining sort of participatory budgeting based on your direction and through our process as a mechanism to directly involve the community in the budgeting of their tax dollars. And so at this third governance meeting, it's really your opportunity to hear from the community and get public input as part of your decision making in the process. And so this is that time for you to listen to the community here. And then our final step in governance is scheduled for September 5th, where you'll actually discuss and then provide direction to staff on this topic.
Thank you, Ms. Brewer. Okay. And first on the list to address the council is Mr. Matt Swenson. Mr. Swenson, and if you can come to the podium and give us your name and address for the record.
Sure. My name's Matt Swenson. I'm on London Drive in Burnsville, 11013. I just wanted to say I think this is a great idea. It gives us taxpayers the opportunity to actually make our own decisions, good or bad, rather than other people making decisions about what they think may be in our best interests. And just as an example, I was talking to my daughter on the way here, and immediately she comes up with a whole bunch of ideas like, yeah, we could try this or we could do this. I mean, there was an immediate impact on her just in a conversation about how we could be involved. And yeah, like maybe our ideas might not be, the best ones, but I mean, we would finally be able to make some decisions on our own, and that's really what you guys should be, wanting us to do or doing for us, right? That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you. The next presenter is Mrs. Shannon Woolman. Mrs. Woolman.
Hello. Shannon Woolman, 13116 Pine Ridge Road in Burnsville. So I wrote a speech because everyone who knows me knows I have a hard time keeping my time crunched. So the idea of participatory budgeting is something that I have dreamed of before I knew it was a thing. This is something that I thought of in high school with, why don't the citizens get to have more of a say of where our money goes? It was exciting to me to hear that it's actually in existence and we're considering bringing it to our community. Where this really stands out is I'm a mom of 3. A few years ago, as you all know, I led a Safe Routes to School initiative in 2019. It was finalized last summer. This was with the support of ISD 191, all of you lovely people, so our city staff, school district, the school that my daughters attend. What I learned in this whole thing was if I waited for the city to have the funds available, I would have had to wait 5 or more years because of how the budget is set. So the budget is set so many years out that when I asked about it, I was told, well, we can't fit it in right now. We're looking at doing that, which is totally fair. I also learned that these are the concerns that not just Gideon Pond had, but a lot of, if not all of, our 191 schools. If a group of people is having a similar concern, why wouldn't there be that opportunity for us to come to the table and say, hey, you guys, look, we're all collectively having this concern. We'd like to be primarily on the budget sooner rather than 5 to 10 years from now, because it's important to us, our students' safety, and our concerns as parents. So participatory budgeting, sorry, I totally just went off my own little track off my sheet here. Participatory budgeting would allow us, citizens in a community, to have more say where an identified set of monies go. And this would then thus minimize barriers to what we currently experience. It gives us, as citizens, the opportunity to bring up concerns to you guys who live here but may not have the same experiences that we have as general citizens. If I look at you all right now, how many of you have children in elementary school? Just Vince, right? And so Vince and I are going to have a very similar view on that, but then when it comes to a table or talking about a budget, that's going to offset what your guys' concerns are as your kids are growing and adults and have different experiences, right, of what the road needs are. So if we're able to come as citizens and say, hey, we have this collective need, can we please prioritize this? It gives us more chance to have that say in where our tax dollars are going. And it also brings light to those who work here or are employed in Burnsville but may not live here, because they're going what they know best. So it's not saying you guys don't have best intentions in mind, it's recognizing that there is blinders, right? And so this allows us to have that voice and present a great understanding to you guys that you know where we're coming from. It also gives voices at the table for people who have historically not been heard or have not felt heard. So it opens up that conversation even more. I thank you very much, and I hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? Mrs. Collins, is there anyone on virtual who wishes to speak?
No one online, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, members of the council, those are the two residents who came forward to give their thoughts about participatory budget. And we have no others to present to us. Now, I don't know why Mr. Shepherd's is, but City Manager Lindberg.
Yeah, Mayor and Council, I just wanted to reference, I did send you an email earlier today. There was a couple of folks who reached out directly to me from the community with their thoughts via email.
Yep.
So that's
It's already in a public
That's in
record.
your email, and we'll make sure it's in the public record, was the point I was going to make. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. With that, members of the council, there's no one else to speak before us during this governance session, and a motion to adjourn is in order.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay, and a motion carries. Thank you for coming.